keep the music playing.
Serving up Texas' hottest original act, the all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe boldly goes where commercial radio and television fear to tread. So kick up your heels for another exciting episode from the all-you-can-eat Texas Music Cafe.
To the Texas Music Cafe.
From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez. A legendary Central Texas head football coach is retiring. Kevin Hoffman of Mart made the announcement back in 2022 and ultimately decided to return. However, he seems to be bowing out for good this time. The future Hall of Famer announced on X Thursday his retirement is effective June 30th of this year. In a statement on the site, he says, quote, "I feel fortunate to have had the chance to coach and help shape the lives of outstanding athletes." Hoffman was the head coach of the Panthers for 9 seasons. He led the team to 3 straight championships and 3 more title game appearances. For those looking to help someone in need today, the Killeen Fire Department and Carter Blood Care will hold a blood drive from 10 this morning until 2 this afternoon at the Central Fire Station on South 28th Street. Donors will receive a hoodie and a $20 e-gift card while supplies last. You don't have to make an appointment. From the News 10 Newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez.
Yesterday's storm system blasted through central Texas, bringing us mostly rain, some sleet, a bit of freezing rain, and even a few flakes for some of us. The real flakes flew in North Texas, but there is still a chance for some flakes to fly here today. Temperatures this morning are starting out in the low to mid 30s, and for cities and towns, especially west of I-35, be on the lookout for isolated patches of ice, mainly on elevated surface roads. Temperatures are generally a little bit too warm this morning for ice to form, but those elevated surface streets are usually problems. A few stray snow showers may move through early this morning. Nothing heavy, nothing that will stick. That'll be out of here by midday today. Not a ton of sunshine today. Late day highs only reaching the upper 30s and low 40s. From KWTX, I'm First Alert meteorologist Sean Bellafury.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. It is Friday, TGIF. We're here on a kind of chilly, rainy morning, and we're going to talk about the weather. Melanie is with me right now, but we're going to kick the show off as we do every morning with our national anthem and our pledge. Here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the fires bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave on the land of the free, the home of the brave.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Hey, here we are. It is Friday. Melanie's with us right now, and I would say it's Melanie Kodik, Melanie Cody, Melanie.
I don't know. You gave me like 5 names on your post.
Bailey. It went on and on. So did Jim ever tell you why he changed his name? The best I knew is because he was working at a country radio station, and Cody, people didn't know how to spell Kodik, which was the real last name.
He had said, he was on radio when he started radio, he was saying it's Jim Kodik, and they thought he was saying Cody, and he thought, well, that sounds like a good country name, so I'll just do that. And so then he could have his real name private.
Yeah. Well, it's not private anymore, is it?
Right now.
But anyway, we're just going to go with Melanie Cody is in with us. We're going to talk about the days in radio. We were together 31 years, you think?
Yeah.
Right at it?
I moved here in 92 and y'all started in 93.
So 90, I got here in 90, something like that. You're close.
Jim and I started dating about 95, 96.
Yeah, I started September of 92 and Jim started January of 93 is how that all started. So really, actually, I think this week was his week to start, somewhere around that. So been a long time. 32 years.
That's a long time.
It's a long time.
That was the year of the Branch Davidian thing.
That's right.
Because he moved here and all of his family in Ohio was like, what are you doing in Waco, Texas?
What are you doing going to Waco? We would go to a convention or a something out of town, and everybody'd go, "Hey, what's going on with these?" And we'd go, "We don't know. We just moved there. We don't know what's going on." But we'd try to later in life. It was what's going on, Branch, blah, blah, blah. And then later in life, it's, hey, do you know Chip and Joanne?
Before that was like killing cats at Baylor. I don't know. There's
Baylor stuff.
it's-
You went to Baylor?
no,
right?
I lived at Baylor. My best friend from high school went to Baylor. That's how I
Okay.
got here.
Oh, that's how you got here. That's right. Okay. And that was, who was it?
Her name was Kim. She actually lives around this area still. And
Yeah.
then Karen Sledge,
Karen Sledge. I just saw a picture of her on my Facebook the other day.
the Queen of Keys.
Yeah, that's it. So you came from Crockett, Texas, the big town of
Big
Crockett.
town of Crockett.
And I think,
yes.
honestly, and you got to correct me, the first time that I ever met you was at the Melody Ranch
Yeah, I was
during
doing
the True Value. It was a True Value or
Country Showdown.
It was Country Showdown. We had different sponsors over the years. It was Wrangler Country Showdown one time, True Value, Shrivy, I think, GMC or something. But that was it. You were one of the contestants. And
Can I tell them what you did to me?
yeah, go ahead. You can say anything
So,
you want on the podcast.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So very first time I knew who you were because I worked at Service Merchandise with
One of my exes.
yes.
And all
When y'all
my
first moved?
exes live in Texas.
I don't think they all live in Texas. Do
They do now.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you can sing that song honestly.
Yeah,
So-
Tracy came back, so that
Yeah, they're all back.
they're all back in Texas.
Well, I was singing. I had this sparkly vest on, and the big,
You-
nice,
You were the Reba McEntire
big,
queen.
big hair, all the stuff.
Yep.
And you walked up to me and you poked my chest and said,
Sequins
"Looks
or
like a
whatever.
baby's butt." No, it was my skin.
Oh, was your skin?
Yes, and I was like, "He just touched me." I was 22 or something like that. Going, what?
Yeah, maybe 22.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, yeah. So I took
Fun
looks
times.
like a baby's butt.
Yes, I was like, "Oh."
And she immediately said, I'm not going to date him. I'm going to date the other one. How did that happen? How'd y'all meet and hook up?
I actually was dating someone and he was dating someone, and I would see y'all out at different events,
Mhm.
and I'd see he and his girl fighting, and I would say, I would treat him so much better. And then on Sunday nights, I'd watch Hot Country Cafe because that's where we got our music videos because
Right.
that was country music, everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's so cute, whatever. And then I was single and he was single, and we started talking one night, and he's like,
And this is before Facebook and all the social
right,
media.
right. This was just,
So he gave you his number or you gave him your number?
well, he walked up and he said, "You want to go out?" And I said, "Men suck and they always will." And he said, "Well, not all men suck." And I said, "Well, prove it." And so he said, for 27 years, he tried to prove it.
Yeah.
I guess we went out and he said, "Let's go out on a date." And I said, well, at this point I was mad at men. We had a group of girls that wore our cowboy hats, went out every
Oh, yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. And
Yep.
I said, well, I can go out with you on a Sunday. The other nights of the week are for my girls. And so we went to On the Border on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And that was the first date. So that was 95.
We had some
96,
good
yeah.
old times at On the Border when Danny Brown first opened On the Border, general manager.
That
and-
was the place to be. You had your name on a plaque. on
Oh
the
my
wall.
gosh.
Yeah.
Do you remember, we would do Cinco de Mayo parties there. And
Sloppy Joe
year,
Band in
what year you think that was?
probably
Years.
94, 95, 96. Probably
My
did
God,
3.
You
4
could
years in a row.
not walk
In the
in
parking
On
lot.
the Border because of the crowd and on the parking lot.
Yeah, y'all started doing a fence outside and did the whole bands and
Oh yeah, that's when. In fact, it's funny. We talking about this because just last night we ran into one of the past managers that was there when Danny Brown was there, and now he's over at DeCampley's. We had dinner. A shout out to DeCampley's. I love DeCampley's, and
it's a great.
oh, it's a great place. But anyway, we were talking about it, and we said, I said to her, it was just packed. You couldn't even walk in there, and the Brinkers, who I don't know who owns it now, maybe it still is Brinker Corporation, but her sister, Susan Coleman, and that's how the Susan Coleman Foundation breast
Oh,
cancer
yeah.
started.
Interesting.
Because of the Brinker family and that's why eventually our Cinco de Mayo raised money for Susan Coleman. That's the first I'd ever heard of Susan Coleman. And we talked about that last night, but lots of great parties at On the Border
Our
restaurant.
rehearsal dinner was there, and they never blocked off the patio for anybody, but they blocked it off for us.
Right.
We had all little Coronas in the buckets, and we had champagne and stuff. And our champagne bottle was up on the bar till Danny left.
Yeah.
We tried to go get it after he left, and they said, "Oh, they threw all that out."
Threw it out.
I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Man, we had some great times over there. Danny Brown, one of the greats. Danny has passed away a few years ago. Eventually got out of corporate restaurant business and opened his own place, Brown Cafe.
Brown
which,
House Cafe."
Brown House
He was
Cafe,
in
which
McGregor first, and then moved over to Woodway.
I ate there just the other day. New owners over there since Danny passed away, but always remember Danny Brown. He's a great guy. But
Yes.
yeah, oh yeah. So you go out to your date, and what was after that? I mean,
Then we started dating, and then his girls came in every summer. Remember that? So
that's right.
that
Two
was-
older girls.
They were 8 and 10 at the time. Now they're 39 and 37. It goes fast. It
Goes by fast.
And
Yeah.
then we dated a year, engaged a year, and then married almost 25 before
Yeah.
he passed.
And the funny story about your wedding that has to do with me is
Square dancing.
back then I called square dances. I started calling square dances when I was about 14, 15 years old.
Because of a girl.
Yeah, Carolyn Lassiter, who sent me some pictures recently of back she and I together. It's really funny from back in the 70s, early 70s. Anyway, I called square dances, and I got older and older. I actually quit radio for 1 year and called square dances for a whole year. I traveled all over the state of Texas and Oklahoma and Louisiana. Well, anyway, so I had a square dance booked, and I'd had it booked. It was a yearly event. I think Lake Texoma. It was either Lake Texoma or Lake Murray is where we had these big weekend dances, and I couldn't back out of it. And
So you got a private
I
plane.
was trying to figure out, how can I do this? How can I make the wedding? And I kind of put out a plea. I don't remember to who. It might have been.
The big red guy?
No, it wasn't Don Sharp. It was I can't remember right now. But anyway, word got out and word got back to me. Hey, we'll fly you. Just meet us at the airport. You know, the private place over the Texas Aero, and I'll fly you out there. We get there, and they pull the plane out. We get in. And what we're going to do is we're going to fly to the dance, and then
Come back Saturday for the wedding.
They're going to come get us, fly us back. Something like that. I don't remember. And we get out there, and the guy goes, and the plane won't start. They try everything. And somebody yells, go get one of the cars from the parking lot, drive around here and see if we can jump her. And at that time, I'm thinking, what if that engine dies while we're up in the air? Are they going to pull a car up and jump her while we're in the air? No. So we got kind of scared. Well, plan B, they had to pull all these planes out of the way, and they got a second plane, and we got on it, and we were able to make the wedding.
Yeah.
Actually, that was going back. Yeah.
They sat at the airport.
He picked
after
us
the wedding.
up at the airport up by Lake Murray or Lake Texoma. He picked us up, flew us here. Going back is when the plane wouldn't start. And then we had a car, we drove home. Okay. Anyway, we made the wedding. Great
Yes.
wedding. What was it at over there by Baylor?
The Baylor Club. Well, it was was on the Miller Chapel.
Miller Chapel.
You could actually drive all the way to Miller Chapel. Now they've cut all those streets at Baylor. Now they're just walking areas.
Speaking of cutting street, I know we're talking about everything this morning, but have you noticed that I think the eventual plan is Franklin is going to go back to being a two-way road all the way.
Really?
And they've started on down. I think they're doing it block by block. They're changing it.
They're going to have a turning lane in the middle?
It'll have a turn lane in the middle or whatever. But yeah, Franklin, I noticed that the other day when I started driving down here. Okay, Melanie Cody's with us this morning. We're talking old stories. And here's the deal. You can't hold back on some of these stories. I've already told a couple. Somebody said to me, I can't believe you told that story about you and Jim going to the Showtime Club after teaching a class at Baylor that day. And if you
there's so many stories.
If you didn't catch that story, we were headed home, and Jim said, hey, let's get a cocktail. And we go, where? Let's go to Showtime. No, nobody will be there. It's 1 or 2 o'clock. And we pull in, the cars are there. We go in, walk in. Everybody we knew in the world was there. All their pickups were parked in the back of Showtime. Everybody we knew, and we had a drink. So they go, hey, Zach. Anyway. So you got to think of some good stories. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come right back. And then don't forget this hour, we've got Nashville Cat, the nitty gritty from Music City. We got birthdays coming up a little bit later on. And in the second hour of the show, my friend Gordon Collier, your friend Gordon Collier, is going to be here to sing for you. So
Gordon.
Stick around right here at the Texas Music Cafe.
Protect your car with 3W Liners all-weather floor mats. Made from durable materials like TPE and rubber, our mats are designed to withstand rain, snow, and mud with deep grooves to trap dirt and liquids. For a custom fit and advanced protection, visit 3W Liners. That's the number 3, WLINERS.com today. At 25 Home, our ultimate goal is to provide you with a transformative experience, making each day feel like it has an extra hour. We believe your home is more than just a space, it's a sanctuary where comfort, relaxation, and happiness thrive. Discover the difference at 25 Home today. Shop now at 25home.com.
Planning the perfect wedding day can be exciting, but also a bit overwhelming. Join us at the 36th Annual With This Ring Bridal Extravaganza, Sunday, January 12th at Extraco Event Center, where fabulous wedding displays from Central Texas' top wedding vendors await you. Meet leading wedding professionals, ask them questions, admire their work, and check items off that never-ending to-do list. At With This Ring, you'll find everything you need to plan your day, your way, all in one place. Check out WithThisRingWeddingShow.com for more details. This event brought to you by your friends at Action Rental Center Events.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. Want to turn your passion into profit? With Blogify, creating a blog has never been easier. Build, customize, and grow your site with powerful tools designed for beginners and pros alike. Start sharing your story today and watch your audience grow with Blogify. Visit blogify.ai today for a free 3-day trial. That's Blogify, Blogify.ai today. Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com. That's CLEAN email.com. Stay connected no matter where you are with eSIM-X. Say goodbye to expensive roaming charges and physical SIM cards. With access to over 200 global carriers, we make mobile connectivity seamless and affordable for travelers worldwide. Join the future of communication today at eSIMX.com. That's ESIMX.com.
Farmhounds offers natural treats and chews made with quality products that support family farms, regenerative agriculture, and humane farming practices. Give your dog the best with wholesome, organic ingredients that promote health and happiness. Shop now at farmhounds.com.
Easy Sun has been living fearlessly under the sun since 2016. Born from sailors' need for convenient sun protection, our mineral sunscreen is crafted with natural ingredients offering broad spectrum protection against UVA and UVB rays. Safe for your skin and the environment, stay protected on the go with Easy Sun, your ultimate sun care solution. Visit EasySun.com today. That's EEZYSUN.com.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
Back live, Texas Music Cafe, Zack Owen Show. Melanie is with me right now. Big shout out to The Brew. The Brew is right down the street, Melanie, 6 in Franklin, new coffee store here in Waco. BRU, The Brew. They bring us coffee every morning and coffee mugs. Thank you so much. All right, here's the deal. You remember Nashville Cat, don't you?
Absolutely. I had to be at work. I had to be in my car or be at work by the time she came on.
Right. Everybody did. They judged where they were in life by Nashville Cat. Well, we've got her now. She's with us on the morning show. Nashville Cat, right now. Let's do it. Hey, Kat, what's up?
And Hamilton today, and I think her husband probably has a few surprises in store for her.
Yeah.
Very happy birthday today. Luke Bryan always tops the list of nicest country stars. One fan's sister was homesick, so Luke called. You know, he talked to her for over 10 minutes. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Carrie Underwood pickled, dried, minced, and canned garlic yesterday. She said her whole house smelled like it.
Do you think she wears gloves?
I think she has a prepper. I don't think she's cutting anything up.
Oh, okay.
She's not even doing it.
No, but you know what's worse? I love the smell of it in the house, but when someone talks to you and they've had garlic, it doesn't smell as good, does it?
Yeah.
Ringo Starr, yes, that Ringo Starr from the Beatles has a country album out today. Look up. He got Alison Krauss on it. Several people, and I've actually, Zach, listened to some of it. It's not bad.
You know, I truly, using my brain, what's left of it, I believe Ringo did a country song many, many years ago.
He had a song that was popular. I don't know if it was country.
Yeah.
Did he really? Did it chart on the country?
I think it did. You need
Okay.
Nashville Cat. That's your assignment for.
I'm gonna look it up.
Give us the details on Monday.
I just hope for the energy he has when I'm in my mid 80s. I mean, the guy is amazing. Finally, March 7th, it's Lainey Wilson, Dolly, and more on the album Wiggle Up, Giddy Up by children's group The Wiggles. I actually listened to the trailer. I got through about 10 seconds before I could not take any more.
Wow.
It's very high energy.
Somebody the other day on Facebook said, are there any good female country singers, true country singers nowadays that compare to Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn, et cetera, Dolly? And most everybody responded either no or Lainey Wilson.
And I'm going to add to Lainey Wilson, because I agree, Carly Pierce, there's a retro quality to her. She's so good, and I think she flies under the radar a little bit.
Right. Any big plans this weekend, Kat?
Well, my Packers are playing. I think it's a one and done deal on Sunday. And we've been pretty good, except for last week when we shouldn't have had our quarterbacks playing because it was a nothing deal. They both got hurt. So I don't know.
Right. All right. Well, have a great weekend. We'll catch you back on Monday morning.
I'm Nashville Cat on the Zack Owen Show.
I like it. I don't know if you heard the first show, Melanie, how we came up with the name, the Zack Owen Show. We had huge PR firm out of LA and out of Chicago and New York, and paid them millions of dollars. The research. True story.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up Boodle Templeton was the one that came up with the Zack Owen Show.
Did you give her the royalties for that? Did she gets her check in the mail?
I don't think there's any royalties in that deal. All right, we're talking to Melanie Cody this morning, and later on we got Gordon Collier. Is going to play some great music, and I got to tell you a quick story about Gordon. Last night late, he sends me a text and he said, "Are we still going to do the show tomorrow?" I said, "Gordon, come on. You sound like one of those kids that, like Riley over here in the audience, saying, 'Do I have to go to school?' It's 37. Come on."
Yeah, the ice thing did not happen. So.
No, did not happen. I did see.
It's going to be 26 or something tonight.
Yeah, tonight's going to get pretty cold. Hopefully it'll totally stop raining and dry up. But who was it? I was at work yesterday, which, by the way, do want to remind everybody my real job is with Weichert Realtors doing real estate. And so if you're looking to buy or sell, I'm ready to help you. And mine, you know what I am? My little thing, I'm the voice of real estate.
You were the Vern Gosden.
The Vern Gosden of real estate.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's exciting.
I love it. But anyway, Kyle Eastland said yesterday he got a picture from his friend around Dallas. I'm like, it looked like the North Pole. There was so much snow.
I saw so many Facebook posts. I was like, well, we didn't get any of that, and that's only hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Yeah. Next week on our show, we're going to talk about the Zach and Jim Travel Club. And trip number 45 is coming up July 31st. It is a 15-day vacation to Athens, Greece, and Greece, the Greek islands, Croatia.
And my boss is so excited about 15 days being gone. Like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And then we'll start in Athens. We'll spend the night there. We'll end in Venice, Italy, which is one of my favorite spots. We'll spend the night there. So you'll have a lot of stops. I think total 11 ports that we are in.
And what's so great also is that the ship, it's not like you're in the middle of open waters for days. You know, you don't
Yeah.
have any sea days. You are stopping every
Every
day
day.
somewhere new, and just
Yeah.
you could be off every day. It's just like your hotel is taking you port to port to port.
Not too many cruises stop 11 ports.
Right. That's
you know.
amazing.
It is
it'd be so
amazing.
fun.
It's 100% all inclusive, our trip. Your bus ride up to DFW, your round trip airfare, the bus rides over there, the cruise, all your cocktails are included on the ship. Your food, of course, I think Wi-Fi is included. Your hotel in Athens and in Venice is included. It's going to be a great trip. I talked to somebody just the other day, said they're talking to Bambi about signing up. I think we have 55, 56 people right now booked to go.
Yeah, I have friends saying I signed up for it. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were going to go, and it's exciting. We're going to have so much fun.
And people ask, well, what ages? And it's everything from late 20s, 30s up to 80.
19 and 21-year-olds are going.
19 and 21. And I did notice Bambi sent out a little deal the other day. I think we have 4 single people going, that have their own room. And the neat thing about this ship is Norwegian, on a lot of ships, you pay an upcharge for being single. This one is very reasonable. They're special singles rooms is what they call it.
And it's great to actually go somewhere and not be scared. I mean, because if you go by yourself somewhere, you're kind of like weary of getting out and doing things. But with this, our travel agent's with us.
Yep.
We have a group of 50 plus people with you. So you're not going to be alone.
Yeah. Bambi, who is the general manager over at Alan Samuel's House of Travel, goes with us. And how many times have we seen it? One, I know for sure, is Joan Patton gets to the airport. We're heading over here to maybe Ireland or somewhere, and her name on the ticket doesn't match the name on her passport. And they were going to make her pay again for another ticket.
And Bambi was there to save the day.
Bambi saved the day. And on cruise ships, she saved the day, and on hotels. So we have Bambi goes with us.
Did we have someone get put in jail one time?
Yeah.
In New Orleans? But Bambi got him. Whatever.
We get to New Orleans. And we have so many stories to tell, not enough time, but we get over there, and I had the flu, and I pretty much infected everybody on the ship.
He did.
And within days, I felt great, and everybody else was sick. But we flew to New Orleans, one of our largest travel club trips.
That's before Galveston even had the ships. So we flew out, the whole group of us, New Orleans, stayed in a hotel room, partied
over
that
200
night.
people.
And then we got on the ship the next day. But one of the goers,
did he public intoxication or something? How do you get intoxicated and get a ticket in New Orleans?
You got to be really, really bad. I mean, New Orleans, that's like normal, right?
Yeah. But he made the ship, made the cruise. But anyway, we have a great time on our travel club. This is number 45. We've been to our very first trip was in Jamaica
in 1999.
Wow. Golly.
And
that's 99.
And Leslie and Dooley, who went with us then.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't been on a trip in years and years. Their kids are grown now. And I think they're going to sign up to do
from
this
El
one.
Conquistador up in Hillsboro. But that's great. We had a great time on that very first one. But our second trip was to, I believe, Iberostar down in Mexico. And just yesterday for my birthday, somebody sent 2 pictures from us broadcasting. Remember, Cooch was there with us.
Oh, yeah.
We said that was our second trip. And we had broadcast the first one and the second one from there. And Jim and I looked at it and we go, you know what? This is way too early to be on.
Well, that's not as bad as the Vegas ones where you had to be up at your regular time in Vegas on the air.
Tell us a good Vegas story about Jim.
Oh, this is before we were married. We went, and it was the first. Jim had to work that morning. You took off. It was a Friday. We were flying out. So Jim worked that morning, and then we got on a plane, and there was probably 10 or 12 of us, and we go to Vegas. We're having a good time. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, so that'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning our time, we decided to go to a strip club.
Gentlemen's club.
Yes. It was the most beautiful women. They were dancers. I mean, they were just beautiful. And I was like, Jim, these girls are beautiful. And you look at him, he's like laid back snoring.
He's going.
And this girl's dancing with her hair and he's just.
He didn't get to see that. He was so tired because he worked.
He'd been up 24 hours. So he was out.
I'm trying to think of the name of that club. It was
Paradise?
Club Paradise.
I don't know.
How do you know that?
Why would I remember that?
Club Paradise, which was right across the street from the Hard Rock.
Wasn't the one? Was
back
that the
then.
one they used in Vegas Vacation?
Yeah,
Or they-
in Vegas Vacation, where Clark goes in and rescues his daughter. She's in there dancing. That was filmed
At the
inside Club Paradise.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly
It was
right.
great.
Great
Yeah.
one. We've got a lot of stories to tell you. Many stories to tell you, right?
Yes, I was thinking of Cooch. We were talking about. We
Talking
went to a
about him.
bar in Cancun, Cozumel, somewhere, and where they put you upside down and you drink shots.
Hanging
You
by
can do
your
body
feet.
shots.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody was doing body shots where they would pour the shot on your belly button, I guess, and then and someone would drink it off of you.
Yeah.
Well, it was all cute and everything till Zach poured it in Jim's belly button and then drank it. It was, I can't get that picture out of my head. It's like, don't do that. I think you were like, I don't know. Don't do that.
Yeah. It was, we were just talking about Cooch when Tommy was here about Cooch Love Westfest. But Cooch.
He's decided y'all were going to put him you tie ropes to your feet and you hang you upside down.
Like a block and tackle for fishermen, pull you up.
And then you drink a shot while you're upside down. And Cooch wasn't the skinniest fella, probably not the healthiest body. So he's upside down and he drinks the shot and all of a sudden he's turning red. I mean, and coughing, and we're like, get this fish down.
Yeah, get him down. He's turning green like a fish.
Yeah.
But Cooch, if you didn't know Cooch, Charles is his real name. He looked like Santa Claus, had a big white beard, and he played Santa Claus for the Goodfellas for many years. Well, he would go on every trip with us, and it would happen every trip that there would be unless it was an adults only, the kids would come up and go, "Hey, Santa Claus."
Santa Claus. Well, some of them were so shy, they would say, they'd tell their parents, "Is that Santa Claus?"
Santa Claus.
And
he'd play along with
it. He would. Santa Claus had to have vacation too.
Yep.
Yeah.
And probably one of the stories that I'll remember forever. We're in, I want to say we're just outside of Cabo. We're staying up above Cabo right out of there. And we went to a restaurant, and there was older couple. You could tell that was the grandparents, and then the mom was there and the little boy. I believe it was a little boy. And the little boy came over, and Cooch took time to talk to the little boy, and hey, what did you get for what do you want? And that kid was just smiling. And everybody walks in, and the father, the grandfather, comes over and says, "You don't know how much that means to us. That little boy's father had been killed. He was a California highway patrolman and had just recently been killed, and they had it just been nothing but doom and gloom, and that really lifted his spirits. So that was really cool.
Big heart, real big heart.
Another quick Cooch story about Zach and Jim trip. We're down in Playa, El Dorado, I believe was the resort, and
the swing bar, El Dorado.
So something, swing bar. That has swing bar, but something they put in their water. Cooch's white beard turned green. His whole beard.
Oh, the swimming pool water.
Swimming pool.
It could be that people don't ever leave the swim up bar for 8 hours.
Wow.
Maybe it could be.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
But anyway, he had a green beard. It was really funny to watch Cooch do that.
Of all the trips of the 40, how many did you say?
We've done 44.
I missed one ski trip. I missed the Playboy Mansion. I wasn't invited. And I think and one Italy trip or Ireland trip. I think that's all.
One Ireland trip. And the last one, you missed the last one.
Yes. So,
but a quick story. People all the time say, "Zach, you've done a lot. You and Jim did so much." And what's the one thing that you'll always remember? And there's so many things. Our trips to Iraq and Afghanistan and Korea to support the military. But the one thing that stands out, and you just brought it up, was we got invited by Rodney Carrington to go to see him perform at a private party at the Playboy Mansion. And I say, people
and film his TV show.
Yeah, and do his TV show. And no, that was a separate time.
Oh,
that was we did 2 times. This was just, we went out and we did the Playboy Mansion, and we went to the NASCAR race. That was that package deal. And there's a story, I'm not going to tell it, about a friend of ours, but
in the
limo. Yeah. But anyway, we were at Morton's restaurant. But anyway, we go out there, and I tell people all the time, people can go do this, people can go do this, but how many people have been to a party in the grotto and in the backyard and all over? And
I
in the
told Jim,
Playboy
do not
Mansion.
touch the walls. Don't get in the water. Oh my goodness.
I remember my wife at the times, people would say, "Oh my God, aren't you afraid of him going out there?" And she looked at me and she goes, "Do you think those Playboy bunnies would want 2 DJs from Waco, Texas?"
No. I'd rather you go to a strip club or a Playboy Mansion than go to at the time Midnight Rodeo, because those girls want a jaw.
Oh
But
gosh. But anyway, one thing about Jim was we were at the Playboy Mansion, and Hefner came out in his silk pajamas and everything, and there were peacocks in the backyard, and we went in the grotto, the swimming cavern, whatever. But one thing is, we had left. I believe we'd gone already, and Jim goes, "Look what I got." And he reaches in his pocket, he pulls out a pack of Q-tips, I think it was,
with the bunny on them and everything.
and he goes, "I stole this from
the
and I go,
bathroom.
"Oh my gosh." You could go to, they had 2 bathrooms right there in the backyard, and anything you wanted, from a curling iron to a Q-tip, they had it.
Take care of you while you're there.
And so Jim stole Q-tips from the Playboy Mansion. I remember that.
There was that other, was it your birthday where y'all had a car?
A limo.
You were going to go to Austin and go to eat and go to a bar, do something in Austin. And then this was before you could track anything on a cell phone or anything like that. And so they're gone and they're supposed to come home that night. But I wake up at 5:30 in the morning and it's not home. Got 2 little kids at home in the bed, and I was like, I hope they're okay. So I start calling him and calling him and calling him. And
there comes Gordon Collier's going to walk by. Wave at the camera when you walk by, Gordon. There he goes. There he goes. Look at him. Way to go. Way to go.
So I'm calling and calling, and then it's almost 6 a.m. and you aren't at the radio station.
Yeah, we started the show at 6 a.m.
I mean, you had a cell phone, but it wasn't like a tracking or anything. So finally answers the phone. And I said, "Where are you?" And he said, "Who is this?" I was like, "This is your wife." Bad word, bad word. And then y'all had fallen asleep in the limo, but y'all made it to work.
Right.
And took turns sleeping on the floor.
Yep.
But
I would talk for 15 minutes, and then Jim would sleep on the floor, and then he would talk. I'd sleep on the floor. And if I recall, I think my wife at the time and you actually moved out for a couple of days, left us.
Well, it was just, it
was
supposed to be in Austin. It's just
we ended up
geography.
going to Arlington, and I'm not going to say where we went or whatever, but a funny story about that is at the time, our good friend, Steve Rhineshuttle, we call him Rhino. He owned Walkabout RV, or was manager of Walkabout RV. Pat Curry, I think, was one of the owners, but we ran around with him a lot, and he was part of the limo crew, and I think Dooley was part of it. But we were headed back from Arlington, and we were starving, and we pulled into Waffle House up there.
Jim's favorite.
Yeah, he loved Waffle House, and we pulled into Waffle House, and we had a limo driver. He was an older gentleman. He had a suit on, and so we're sitting at the counter at Waffle House, and there's Dooley, Jim, me, and Rhino, and the limo driver. And we had been in this limo driving around hitting places for hours and hours and hours. And we're sitting there, of course, we're shoveling that food in our face. We're so hungry, and we're drunk. And Steve Rhineshuttle stops, and he looks real slow, and he looks over at the guy in the suit, and he goes, "Hey, man, where you been all dressed up?" And he says, "Sir, I've been your limo driver all night." And he goes, "Oh, yeah." And he turns back and just starts shoveling food in his face. But
yeah, that was a wild night.
lot of fun times. Hey, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back live from the Texas Music Cafe.
Are you ready to take control of your health? At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. Say goodbye to long waits and office visits. Check your health on your own terms with 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today and free yourself from traditional medicine. That's the number 4uhealth.com. Get ready for epic savings at Best Buy. Right now, you can save up to $700 on select Alienware and Dell gaming products. Perfect for leveling up your gaming experience. Plus, grab the latest Android Google Pixel at an unbeatable price. Don't miss these incredible deals. Shop now at bestbuy.com and upgrade your tech today. At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Our research-backed bioavailable formulas are crafted with your health in mind, ensuring the highest quality and safety. From preconception to pregnancy and beyond, we exceed industry standards with independent testing for harmful contaminants. With our comprehensive practitioner directory, personalized care is always within reach. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. We put every machine through 6,000 rigorous tests to guarantee long-lasting performance. With cutting-edge technology and a commitment to energy efficiency, Gevi makes your life easier, greener, and more convenient. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more. That's gevi.com.
911, what's your emergency?
My name's Isabella Bosco. There's a man in my house. He's dead. My husband's not home. I don't know where he is.
I'm going to have you walk me through today.
I want to know why that man was in my house.
Would you say your husband was honest with you?
Of course.
Did something happen to Dad?
We have to leave.
Mom, stop the car!
Hey, are you hurt?
Mom, is that a cop?
Did I see your truck had Alaska plates? This here's Isabel and her kid Kaya. They got caught in the storm.
We can be out of your hair as soon as the sun comes up.
She's hiding something, Mom.
I didn't catch her last name.
Why is she staring at us like that?
Having some car troubles?
Can you take a step back, please?
Something's wrong with these people. They're gonna hit us!
Kaya, get down!
Are you going to shoot them?
Get behind me. You are not getting my daughter. You'll have to go through me. Run, Kaya!
We haven't been looking for you. Wake up.
Hellhound Country, available anywhere you get your podcasts. Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
To the fire,
Goodbye and hello, hello, hello. All right, thank you so much.
There you go. Classic performance right here at the Texas Music Cafe. Amy Ashley from Austin. That would be
Songwriter, right?
AAA would be that right there. AAA, Amy Ashley, Austin. Many great performers show up here at the Texas Music Cafe. I believe, what do we got? Gold Rush this weekend? Terry? We got Gold Rush? Saturday night, Gold Rush. They're, would you say heavy metal or?
They're not heavy metal, they're just a rock band.
A rock band. Okay. All right. No heavy metal, just
It's
rock
a
band.
great venue. This is really
Oh,
cool.
this is great. Up close and personal, comfortable, probably 75 people. You can get 100 people in here. I know Sammy Brown packed it out on Monday and Tuesday. And speaking of that, we went to DeCampley's last night for dinner, and then we went over to Lounge 93, one of my favorite places, free advertising for Ray and the crew over there. But anyway, Sammy performed at Lounge 93, and she just sounds so great and had a nice crowd, had a few
Yeah, I love
cocktails
her.
over there. All right, let's talk more, some stories, some Jim stories. Go ahead.
Well, let's see. The very first trip we went on, we were talking about Jamaica, was Shorty
Oh, yeah.
Bang Bang. Remember Shorty Bang Bang was
He was the entertainment director or whatever.
and at this point they said, well, you need to do your show from there. And everyone loved it when you did the show from there because the ones back at home were like, I should be on this trip.
Yeah.
But they actually like plugged y'all's microphones into like a palm tree. It was wild, and sat at a table and y'all did your show every morning with hardly anyone on the beach except for that model girl and her old husband or something. And
We had a table or two set up on the beach. There was a palm tree right next to us, and they had run a phone line because we did it by phone line, and they'd run up the palm tree and through and you plugged in right there into the palm tree.
that
was
great.
pretty cool.
It's a great morning wake up,
And also that first resort was called Siboney, and Siboney was an old chain.
We were there the last week of the Siboney Resort was us. And so they were kind of like, take what you want, drink what you want, do whatever, eat what you want.
Eat as much as you can, drink what you want. We got folks walking in. It's okay. It's okay to walk out and come on in. Come on in. Come on, Ken. Y'all just walk in. Gordon already did that. And it's a regular thing here. We don't mind. We're not a real, what would you call it?
Frou-frou.
Stuffy
Yeah.
frou-frou show or whatever. It's just me and Melanie. That's it.
Laid back here.
Yeah. But anyway, Siboney, and like you said, they told us to eat and drink as much as we can because it was selling and going to be remodeled. And I think we did. And I got a quick story about that. For some reason, I don't know why, I was paranoid about my car keys, and I would hide my car keys. I don't think they had a safe in the room, and I would hide them. And we got ready to leave. I couldn't find my car keys. I forgot where I hid them. And we got back to Waco, the bus, got back to Waco, had to call mother-in-law to come over. And anyway, I'll always remember
when we first
that.
got there. It was like our first all-inclusive resort. It was a beautiful place. And we walk in our rooms and there's bottles, vodka, tequila, whatever, just bottles. And you could just push a little spout and you could get all the alcohol you wanted.
That was in 99, and we'd never
Had anything like
encountered that.
And it was amazing. So then we turned the TV on because you always turn the TV on when you go into a hotel room. And
yeah.
And
it wasn't your normal channels.
And so everybody's turning, and you tell it.
The phone starts ringing. What was it, 50?
Channel 30.
30. All of a sudden, everybody's phone, you can hear everybody in the resort, their phone's ringing, and they go, oh my God, turn it on channel 30, channel 30. And that's the whole talk. It was, and don't think bad about us. We're not the ones that created it or were on channel 30.
And it was something we'd never seen before.
It was the wildest porn channel I've ever seen in my life. Crazy stuff.
It was like Little People. And
it was it actually filmed in Germany or something?
There was a different language.
It had
I don't know.
Spanish language, and it was being shown in Jamaica. It was crazy.
Subtitles and something else. I don't know.
But that was the whole trip. Every time somebody said channel 30, you had to drink. I remember that. About that.
Good times.
Some good times. I mean, I don't want you folks to think that all we did was go to strip clubs and watch porn. Anyway,
we just there was so much more than that.
Much. The time Jim and I went skydiving, one of the members of Diamond Rio, the band, was an avid
Jimmy Olander.
He was an avid skydiver, and he calls up, and they're going to be playing. What were they playing?
Either Midnight Rodeo or
Colleen. It was down in Temple or Colleen, one of the two. And he said, "Hey, y'all want to go skydiving?" And we look at, well, yeah, we'll go skydiving. And that was crazy.
The first and only time that y'all were speechless.
Oh.
The whole time before that, they were scared. Y'all were scared.
Oh, it was.
Y'all were just
we
sitting
went
there.
up, I want to say 12,000 feet, and
and all the skydive people that you had to sign all this paperwork and everything, and all of them wanted to make jokes because y'all were the radio guys. And what if it doesn't open? And they were just saying the stuff, and y'all were just did not want to hear that.
Oh, that was wild. We did that, and that was at
Skydive
Salado?
Temple, Skydive Salado.
Yeah, something like that.
It was
That's where
down
we did
35
that.
somewhere.
But that was a lot of fun. I remember you had the guy that knew what he was doing. Well, at least you hope he knew what he was doing on your back. And I remember he said, we're standing with our toes hanging out of the plane looking down. He goes, hey, do you want to jump out or you want to tumble out? And right as I'm fixing to say, and as I started to say, what's the best way, we are out. We're tumbling and then we and do all that. But that was a fun one. Our trips to Iraq, we went to Iraq twice. First time in 2008, second time 2009. And we went with our Army friends.
Yeah, and Jim would say, it's not like they're going to put us in flak jackets and put us on the streets of Iraq in the war zone. We won't do that. And what they do right when you got there?
They put us in armor and helmets, put us in an MRAP, and drove us down the most dangerous road in the world. It was called Route Irish, was the name of it. And so we went down the most day where they had more car bombings than any place in Iraq.
Well, you marry a soldier, they're probably going to end up, there's a chance.
Yeah.
You marry a DJ, you don't think you're going to war.
That's absolutely true. Well, I know, we're about running out of time for the first hour. Gordon Collier's coming up next hour with some music and possibly some good stories. I think we got a couple of good Gordon Collier stories we can tell too. Or he may have a couple that he remembers with Zach and Jim. But I know one thing, Jim loved you and loved the family and loved radio, loved what he did, just like me, loving what we did. And
great life.
We had a great life together on the radio and our show. We miss it. And it's really funny. Yesterday on our throwback, we showed a clip from 25 Hot Country Cafe. And I was going, golly, I had hair, well, some hair, and goofy glasses and a porn mustache. And Jim had a beard, and it was just crazy.
Yeah, and mullet.
But I know better than anybody. I mean, Jim was like a brother and an employee and a friend and everything. But I know Jim loved Waco and the community. And his time, he would always say, I got to Texas as quick, because he's originally from Ohio.
Yeah. He'd say, I'm from way North Texas. Where's that? Columbus, Ohio. I was like, he got here as fast as he could. And when I started dating, I said, you're from Ohio? And Yankee? He's like, the war's over. And so then he said, I said, I'm never moving to Ohio. And he said, well, I'm never moving back. And I said, okay, it's all good. We can date.
Well, that's great. And he loved later on supporting the girls. Went to China Spring schools and get involved with that.
And they're old now. Riley will be getting her Aggie ring, ordering it this month.
Texas A&M.
And then the younger one, Jamie, she's at Arkansas.
Yeah.
Pi Phi there,
pig.
doing sorority stuff.
So what happened to the A&M football team this year?
She's not going to talk about it.
She's not. Just like Andrea wouldn't talk about it.
Right.
And anyway, but I know Jim left us way too soon, age 59, and he would love doing this.
Be able to say what you want and do what you want and just talk about what you want to talk about. He would. Oh yes, he'd be eating this up.
People say, well, how'd you meet Jim, or how'd y'all hook up? I was kind of brought in. I was in Birmingham, Alabama, and I was hired by John Blake. At that time, our company was called Sage Broadcasting, and I was brought in to kind of clean house. And I kept Greg Sachs, who, by the way, is going to be on the show in person next week. He's bringing a new artist in. He's working with Texas country artists now. But Greg Sachs stayed. John Elliott came back. He'd been there before. And then I was looking for a morning partner, and I looked around, and my old buddy from over in Longview said, hey, I got this guy working part-time. But Jim not only worked part-time in Longview at Kicks, he worked in radio in Tyler, but he also did TV.
He did TV first. And he said, I think I have the face for radio.
Yeah. And he would tell me the story about, and Gordon can relate to this, that it was, I think, a cable TV station or something. And he was the cameraman, the mic man, and the anchor, the street reporter. But he did it all.
Texas.
Yeah, Paris, Texas, and then over into Tyler and so forth. That's how I met Jim and hired him. I think I did that with a couple of other employees that I hired. If they could drink with us and tell jokes and get on our same level, I hired them.
And you never knew that would be your
brother. Yeah. Any parting words before you head out of here?
Well, thanks for having me. This was fun. I was kind of scared, but,
Yeah, just sit and look and talk.
Just looking. It's not that hard.
And you're a dental hygienist?
I am. I've been at the same office for nearly 18 years.
Wow.
Corbett Lock over in Woodway.
Yeah.
And
you something that Jim and I, when we would talk about Dr. Little, who was Dr. Schwab, one of our many long sponsors, and we would always say, and you can repeat this, that the overall health of your body starts with
your oral health. It does.
Your mouth. That's right. How your body is based on how your mouth is. Potty mouth.
Then you know how your body is. If you have a potty
That's right. All right. Well, Melanie, thanks so much. I'm sure. Well, you'll come back. I know you will. And don't forget about trip number 45 with the Zack and Jim Travel Club. You can go with Melanie and with me and with Bambi and have a good time. I think Andrea is going to go too. It's not like you and I are sharing a cabin.
Oh no, I'm taking my daughters.
Yeah, you're gonna take your daughters. Yeah. Oh, that would be bad. I'd have to share the cabin with the daughters too. Woo, Lord. All right, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back right here live at Texas Music Cafe.
Transform your workspace with Hanomi Ergonomics. From adjustable chairs to standing desks, we provide solutions for comfort and productivity, whether at home or in the office. Improve your posture, reduce strain, and work smarter. Visit us at hanomi.co today. That's HINOMI.co today. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your taste. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. Unlock your full potential with On It, your go-to for premium supplements, fitness gear, and wellness essentials. Whether you're training hard, recovering faster, or just looking to feel your best, On It has the tools you need to perform at your peak. Visit Onnit, that's ONNIT.com, and elevate your mind, body, and spirit today. At Rolls Rolo, we don't just sell wallpaper, we create cohesive, cozy spaces. Our deep understanding of design means every pattern, color, and texture is carefully chosen to complement your home. Plus, we use advanced technology and water-based inks for vibrant, eco-friendly prints, ensuring a healthier environment. Visit rollsrolla.com to transform your space today. That's ROLLSROLLA.com today. At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com. Ready to bring your vision to life? At Small Rig, every idea, design, and product is inspired by you, the creator. With our industry-first under co-design mode and the Dream Rig free customization project, we unite with global creators to turn big dreams into reality. Whether it's a cage rig or mount, Small Rig's versatile gear is built to elevate your craft. Small Rig, where your creativity meets our innovation. Go to smallrig.com.
Calling all Marvel fans, get Marvel Unlimited and unlock over 30,000 comics featuring your favorite heroes and iconic stories, all available to read anytime, anywhere. Whether you're into classic tales or the latest adventures, there's something for everyone. Don't miss out. Head to marvel.com/unlimited today and start your Marvel journey now. Looking to streamline your business and enhance customer experience? Traft is your all-in-one appointment scheduling solution. With an easy-to-use interface, customizable features, and powerful automation, Traft helps you manage bookings, payments, and client communications easily. Save time, reduce no-shows, and provide a seamless experience for your customers. Ready to grow your business? Try Traft today at TRAFFT.com, Traft.com today.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
The taste of wine.
Hey, I've been down in the desert. Yeah, I've been down in the dirt. Oh, and time coming down on me. 4 years I've been walking for a woman, and a blind man is an easy fool. Oh, my baby flickers for she fades. There's a desert in my mouth. Ooh, it's burning like a gasoline spill. I've been looking for my baby, but she found a deeper well. There's a desert in my mouth. Oh, it's burning like a gasoline smell. Oh, chief and a diva. Well, there's a desert in my mouth. Oh, it's burning like a gasoline. I've been looking for my baby, the chief and a diva. Well, I've been looking for my baby, the chief and a diva. Well, looking for my baby, the chief and a diva. Thank you.
That's great Ian Moore right there from back in the late 90s. Right here, Texas Music Cafe. We got some folks that are watching, listening this morning. Shout out to Pam Brazil, one of my dear friends, longtime radio advertising salesperson, and at one time my aunt-in-law. Mary Frosch, great friend. David was here the other day watching the show. Shout out to Mary. Barry McDonald. We've got Melvin Hall, Tyler Dan. God, that's almost sounds like a pop singer right there. Tyler Dan and John Ford Coley or whatever. Anyway, and Corey Duncan, shout out to you. Hey, let's do birthdays real quick before we move on to Gordon Collier. Want to say happy birthday, Mike, who is our upstairs producer guy getting the stuff on. It's his wife, Suzanne Hamilton, is turning 52. Eric Nimick, our good buddy, been on many of our travel club trips. Eric is turning 51. Charva Ingram, who is we call her Cha-Cha from over at the Heart of Texas Fairgrounds for many years. Runner extraordinaire. She's turning 47 or 49, I think it is. Lindsay Ash is 41. We've got Jamie Blackburn having a birthday. Clay Powell is 42. Justin Worley is 42. Happy birthday goes out to, now here's one. Gordon, how would you pronounce this? Revendy. Revendy?
Perfect. You nailed
Thank
it.
you. Revendy Rhodes is having a birthday. Joe, I got to get my glasses on this one, man. Man, you ever have those days at work when you got to put the glasses on? Justin Woolley is 42. Joe Gunlock is 64. Happy birthday to Jimmy Ward, 39. TC Brown is 42. Cody Harris is 34. And that's about it right there. Happy birthday. Gordon Collier.
There's two more birthdays.
Oh, yeah?
Zach. Yep.
Who's that?
Zach Owen.
Oh, that was yesterday. Yeah.
So happy birthday. And Gordon Collier, who turns 30-something on Sunday.
Oh, really? This coming? Oh, really? And I bet Channel 10 will let you off on Sunday.
They will. They will indeed. But, you know, I used to always look forward to you giving me a birthday shout out on my birthday. So thank you for all those birthdays.
You will not believe, probably since I got let go and I go anywhere, that's the number one thing. And when we started to do this show, they said, well, what do you want to do that you did on Raw? I said, it's crazy, but birthdays, people love them.
Yeah.
I would be at the grocery store and somebody'd go, hey, I don't want to bother you, but you know, he looked like he was 30 years old. He'd go, you've done every one of my birthdays since I was born. Thank you. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know? So,
and you think about birthdays, people have one every year.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know that?
A trip around the sun.
That's right.
Huh?
Amazing.
Who'd you bring there, old Jim?
I got old Jim over here.
Well, we call him Young Jim.
Yeah. You know, when I got the band going originally, I needed some eye candy, you know, something for the ladies to, you know, enjoy. So I brought him on board. I had to teach him how to play guitar and sing everything. But, you know, I
teach him how to dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that reminds me of, we had Rodney Carrington, the comedian, on the other day. That reminds me of, I don't know if you recall, his old keyboard player was Bob. Bob passed away, but it reminds me that he would say something like that. Roddy says, well, I brought Bob along to dress up the stage or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Well, what's going on? Of course, everybody knows Gordon is the news anchor for Channel 10. How long you been Channel 10?
People ask me that all the time. I
Yeah.
have no idea. A long time.
And you started probably as a reporter.
I did. I came here for my first tour of duty, believe it or not. I think it was 1989.
Wow.
I think. And then I worked here for like 4.5 years, and then moved to Tulsa for a couple of years. And then my old news director called me up, and it was funny. I was sitting at my desk working in Tulsa. I thought I was going to set the world on fire with my reporting. And you go up to those larger markets and you just realize how cutthroat it is and how you just hate everybody. And I was sitting at my desk thinking about how miserable I was. It was my old news director. And he goes, remember in our exit interview, you said the only reason you would come back would be for the main anchor job. And I said, I vaguely remember that. He goes, well, come on back and let's talk. And I said, done.
I love it. I love it.
Printed out my resignation right there, and the rest is history.
You thought going to Tulsa, you were going to be the next Paul Harvey, right?
And that's the rest of the story.
Well, we're glad you came back. And people would ask us a lot, hey, why don't you leave and go somewhere and go to another town? And like you said, we love Waco. We love the size.
Absolutely.
And especially over the last, we were just talking off air about downtown, and Randy Roberts and Mike, I'm going to lose the last name, bought that old warehouse and put Diamondbacks, and y'all remember Burgers and Blues was on the end. Was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You put that in today and it'd knock it out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was the first spark of life in downtown.
Yep.
I mean, you and I remember when downtown was a ghost town.
Tumbleweeds.
Yeah. And I remember, the developers were talking about, we're going to make downtown Waco a destination. And I'm like, good luck. Nobody wants to go there. And, I had hopes for it, but wow, we couldn't imagine the growth that we've seen in the past 10 years.
Places like Diamondback's still there, and Crickets. It's hard to believe Crickets has been there all these years.
The whole time. Yeah.
Wow. But it's definitely changed and grown. When did you get interested? I know you'll have a love for what you do, Channel 10 and news. When did you get interested in music?
In music?
Yeah.
My mother was musical, and she just kind of, I used to knock around on the piano at home, and she was always very encouraging. And then I think it was my 14th birthday. She goes, go get in the car. Well, got a surprise for you. And I'm like, man, I got me a new car. And we pull up in this driveway in Wharton, Texas. And I see a sign on the door. It says studio. I'm like, man, what? I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And we walked in. It was my old choir director at our church. And he had all these guitars laid out. And he goes, pick one. Your mom said, you get your pick of guitars. and I'm like, what? And so, I picked out a guitar, took it home, broke it, and had to go back and get another one. And that's where I started playing guitar.
Wow.
And the singing came soon after. I realized I was never going to be a great guitar player, so I better do something else.
Yeah.
It was either sing or play the tambourine, and I just I have no rhythm, Zach.
I want to see you dance.
Nobody wants to see that.
Would it be like Elaine from Seinfeld? I like that.
Oh yeah.
Who over the years, I know you sing a lot of some classic country, some today country, some Texas music. Who are some of the artists that you like to listen to?
Oh man, I like the old school stuff. I remember Robert Earl Keen kind of sparked my interest in Texas country. I was up in Oklahoma, and when I was working in Tulsa, and I met this guy. He had a ranch there, and he had a little band. He was a fiddle player, Grant Mabry, and we started knocking around playing these songs, and they played a Robert Earl Keen song. I said, wow, what is that? And they introduced me to Robert Earl Keen. So I said, hey, I could do that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what kind of got me into the Texas country scene again.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, you're here for a great reason, and that's to do magic. I mean, no, sing. And so why don't we do one of your songs?
Okay. Which one you want to do?
Oh, man. I think we should do our commercial hit, Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Biggest commercial.
Big commercial success.
Never thought I'd like a taste of wine, or a Taylor Swift song could make me cry. Never want to try to remember this, how you made me feel when our first kiss. We were back roads driving one night in June. We could feel the heat from the harvest moon. You spend your life looking for a heart that's true, but it was easy, me and you. Now I want to try to remember this, but the water looks fine, so I'm jumping in. You said slow down, boy, you're moving too fast. Summertime love don't always last. You got your feet on my dash and the windows down. We can still see the lights from our hometown. You spend your life looking for a heart that's true, but it was easy, me and you. Oh, those lazy, crazy days of summer give way to leaves turning in the fall. When the cold winds start to blow in, will you remember me at all? At all? Never thought I'd like the taste of white wine, or a Taylor Swift song could make me cry.
Yeah.
Something like that.
There we go.
I remember most of the words.
We got close.
Yeah, where's the teleprompter? when
Yeah,
you need
really.
it?
Where's the prompter when you need
Yeah.
it?
All right. Speaking of teleprompters and your days in news, whether it was here or Tulsa or wherever, what one story can you tell was just crazy? Either something that was said and the mics were supposed to be off.
I see
have
where
one.
you're going with this.
I have one of those in mind for you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tell the story. It's funny.
Oh,
Unless
yeah,
they
yeah,
won't let
this,
you tell the story.
Know, we do these teases after the 6 o'clock news, you know, to run during the evening. What's coming up at 10 o'clock, and our news director would always go in and rewrite them, and it's a very specific 4-second spot.
Yeah,
and every time he would rewrite it, it would be like 7 seconds because his mind was real analytical and he wanted to get as many facts in there as he could. So it was a daily frustration. And I got up there to do the 4-second thing and it was 7 seconds. And I went, man, I guess I'm going to have to rewrite this son bitch. I can say that, can't I? I can say that now, right?
And that wasn't supposed to go out over the air.
No, and the guy who was recording these wasn't paying attention, so he just hit go and saved it. And I was sitting at my desk, and I could hear the TV in the background. Yeah. And I see me going, well, I think I'm gonna have to rewrite this son bitch. And the phone lines instantly lit up, and I went, "You've got to be kidding me!" And that was one. Another one that you might be alluding to was the whole Hillary Clinton thing.
The Hillary Clinton deal.
Yeah, I was not a big Hillary Clinton fan.
Correct.
Wasn't just her voice really aggravated me.
Right.
I'm sure she's a lovely person, Zach, but she was saying something about Donald Trump. And I was mocking her, and she was like, Donald Trump. And I was like, Donald Trump. And wouldn't you know it, I was live on the air. I got a Bum Steer Award from Texas Monthly for that.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. I mean, that's a badge of honor.
And in fact, that's a pretty good imitation of her. You did a fine job.
I thought I was spot on. So those are two,
there's a lot of great ones. Nowadays, if you go on Facebook or TikTok or something, they're just loaded with anchor and news bloopers and stuff like that. I like the one recently that I saw where the lady anchor is reading what they put up there, and it was about the guy said he was going to blow the place up at the Home Depot. He was sitting in the bathroom and he was telling the people, get out. I'm about to blow this place up, meaning he had to go to the bathroom bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, and by the time she gets into the story, she goes, y'all did this to me on purpose, kind of thing. But yeah. Hey,
did you see the one where the woman was trying to say the words top cop?
No.
It did not come out. Top cop. Repeatedly, several times.
I love it.
I'll let your imagination fill in the blank on that.
With you guys, musical guys, today in music history, born on this date, Roy Disney, nothing to do with music, but I guess it was music too. Roy Disney. Wasn't he in Christmas Vacation or no, that was other. Like Jim Croce, one of the greats, Bad Leroy Brown, Frank Sinatra Jr., Rod Stewart, George Foreman from out in East Texas, George Foreman and Pat Benatar celebrate. Audrey Williams filed for divorce from Hank Williams for the second time on this date in 1952. Patsy Cline released She's Got You in 1962. Johnny Cash was number one on the country charts in 69. And I know you sing some Johnny Cash.
I have been
you did it at my, I think my birthday party that you played over at Moon River Ranch that time. You did some Johnny Cash.
Talking about that.
Yeah. 1981. I think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink by Merle Haggard. And you said you have a Merle Haggard story, didn't you say that?
Oh yeah, we opened up for Merle Haggard. I think it was in Killeen, one of those places that's probably out of business now. And I was also doing a story on it. So I was going to interview him after the show, and I go to his bus to interview him. And there's this long line of people waiting for autographs.
Sure.
And they let me on, and I said, hey, Merle, if you want to take care of these autograph seekers first, I don't mind. I mean, they're standing out there in the weather and everything. He goes, no, see, here's how it works. I got some guys going through the crowd because the guys in the band, the boys in the band want to party with some chicks. And he was in his 80s at that point.
Oh, yeah.
And so was everybody else in the band. And I was like, I remember thinking, well, you'd probably have better luck at the nursing home finding some chicks for these guys. That's what he said. The boys in the band want to party with some chicks.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's a great story. 2011, Miranda Lambert released Heart Like Mine. It was the 5th single from her 3rd studio album there. So anyway, a few things that happened on this date in country music history. And we got Marlena. You're wondering, she's up there. She's works with me at Weichert Realtors. She's a real estate agent. And Marlena has no clue why she's up here. I told her to come up here. She stopped by to look. But she's going to do our bad joke of the day, guys.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So what we want you to do is I want you to read that and then wait, and don't give the punchline until we say what. Okay, here we go. Bad joke of the day. Talking to the microphone. Go.
All righty. So, what do you call an angry carrot?
What do you call an angry carrot? What?
What?
A steamed veggie.
Steamed.
What?
Steamed veggie.
A steamed veggie.
Oh, I thought she said parrot. I was like,
carrot.
Carrot is not a
vegetable.
Angry
veggie.
carrot.
Steamed
Angry
veggie.
carrot.
It's a
Steamed-
feathered
I like that.
animal.
Very
There you
good,
go.
Marlene. Hey, why don't you play us another song there, Gordon?
All right. Hey, can I tell the story first?
Sure you can.
You know, I told you I was living up in Oklahoma and visiting these guys, and very rural, southeastern Oklahoma,
Right.
Hartshorn, Oklahoma. Never heard of it, have you? No, it's a little bitty place. Anyway, we were playing at this place called Piney Creek. And I mean, it was a dump. No plumbing. The bathroom, you just walked out the back door and found a tree.
Right.
They had electricity sometimes. A guy lived in the bar, slept on the pool table. If you wanted to play pool, you'd have to remove his sleeping bag. And it was. And I remember one night we were taking a break to get some fresh air.
Right.
And we were sitting around in the back, and I see these lights coming down off the hill behind us, like this. Out of the bushes comes a riding lawnmower with this kid. He was probably 5, maybe 6, wearing Superman underwear, nothing else.
Oh
He
my
pulls
God.
up, he walks in the back door of the bar,
Yeah.
comes out with a 12-pack of, I don't know, some kind of beer,
Yeah.
puts it on the lawnmower and drives off. But I looked around at everybody and I was waiting for some sort of reaction.
Yeah.
Nobody said a word. It was just like, oh yeah,
This
kid
is
pulled up and
regular.
got a 12-pack and Superman underwear on a riding lawnmower. Big deal. This is Hartshorn,
Classy.
Oklahoma. But
Yeah.
anyway, I ended up writing a song about the Piney Creek Bar. And
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
All right. Ready?
Do you perform this in your Superman underwear?
Oh, that would be
There you go.
nice twist.
Yeah.
I see how you got this job. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Nobody wants to go to Pine Creek anymore. Oh, nobody wants to go to Pine Creek like before. They got bars on all the windows, chained up the door. Well, they got the best hot beer in town. The waitress screeching with a toothless frown. Oh, running water since a creek went dry. The happy hour, it'll make you cry. Nobody wants to go to Pine Creek anymore. Let's go down to Piney Creek, come on. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Let's go down to Piney Creek, come on. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Nobody wants to go to Pine Creek anymore. Homemade pickled eggs kept in a jar. A guy named Stinky Pete lives in this bar. The health department shut him down again. The health inspector ain't seen since then. Nobody wants to go to Pine Creek anymore. Let's go down to Piney Creek, come on. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Let's go down to Piney Creek, yeah. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Nobody wants to go to Pine Creek anymore. Come on, Jimmy, show me the door. got rats up in the ceiling. The hot smoke's got me reeling. My legs just lost all feeling. The tip jar someone's stealing. My best advice is a 12-pack to go. Get your lawnmower. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Come on. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Yeah. Let's go down to Piney Creek. Nobody wants to go to Pine Creek anymore. Nobody wants to go to Pine Creek like before.
Yeah.
That sounds like your kind of place, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've been there. Did it have chicken wire over the stage, where people threw their bottles?
Oh, there was no stage.
Oh, there was,
It was like you gotta clear the spot out and move the drunks out of the way.
Still one of the greatest, and I talked about this just the other day, one of the greatest movies with the Blues Brothers when they played Bob's Country Bunker, and they thought they were the good old boys.
You're right.
And they sang Rawhide, the theme to Rawhide, over and over.
Right.
What a classic movie that was.
Yeah.
Let's tell some more stories here, okay?
I've been in that situation where we've played and at the end of the night, I mean, it was just like the good old boys.
Yeah.
Well, you owe us $147
For all the beer you
I'm like,
drank.
what?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's mainly his fault.
Yeah, it was my fault.
Well, but like when we came in, you said they were complimentary.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
no.
But hearing you talk earlier, it made me realize how many times our paths have crossed. You mentioned skydiving. We went skydiving together.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
We didn't jump out. I've been skydiving 6 times.
Wow.
I've actually jumped out of a plane once.
Oh, just once.
Remember that time we got
With the
too cloudy
military.
to jump?
What, at the military?
Yeah. Well, one time we went with.
But we didn't get to
it was
jump.
the Golden Knights, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we didn't get to. The weather was
Did
too.
not get to because it was too cloudy. The coolest time I missed an opportunity to skydive was I was going to go up with the leapfrogs and we were going to jump out of the back of a C-130.
Oh my gosh.
How cool would have that been?
Yeah.
Terrifying though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember up in that plane with you, that little rickety Cessna or whatever it is. I was scared to death, man. And you and Jim were just laughing and having a good time. It made me feel a little bit better about jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
That's right. That's right. Oh man, some great stories. But yeah, we've done so many things together over the years and been at so many things. Zach and Jim blowouts. And in fact, we were laughing, and I wish I would have pulled this picture up, but I have a picture of you wearing Eddie Sawyer's coat. And if anybody knows Eddie Sawyer, he always wears crazy wild stuff.
Flashy dresser.
And you had on his coat, and you have a picture with me and Jim up in the VIP at the backyard. That was kind of an anniversary type. I think the 30th. It might have been the 30th blowout is what we called it. Huser brothers were there, and we just had a great time.
It was a great time. It was always a good time with Zach and Jim.
Well, what do you got coming up? Do you have some gigs this weekend or over the next month?
Well, we're in San Antonio next weekend, and after that, I can't remember my schedule.
You haven't talked to your booking agent, Vinny Boomba, lately?
Me, my booking agent.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you save money that way. You don't have to pay a commission.
That's right, but you don't work very often either.
Hey, I got to throw this out. The other day, we had Sunday Drivers here, and Derek Dutton told me he was the greatest guitar player in Waco. But you know what?
Yeah.
I think Jim might give him a run for his money there.
That sounds like something Derek would say.
Absolutely. I was going to tell you, because you might recognize some of these names. Next week on the show, musically, we're going to have Chris Lowe.
Okay.
And I don't know if you knew this, Gordon, and you might know it, but Chris Lowe, the whitest person I know, actually started out rapping. He was a rapper. Did you know that? No, that's serious.
I'm not sure if I knew that or not.
So we may have to get him to rap.
Oh, that would be cool.
But yeah, no, Chris Lowe is going to be on the show. We got Joel Wood. Joel plays some good country music, played many times for us at Country Hump. Also, we've got a brand new guy who is on the Texas music charts, and he's passing through Waco. He's going to come in. His name is Brian Mars, is going to stop by to perform. And on the same day as Brian, we got Aaron Watson is going to call in from his home over near Abilene and talk to one of my favorite guys, and has always been great to Jim and I over the years, Aaron Watson. And then we got your friend, not musically inclined, but is one of the owners of the Backyard. Chris Cox is going to come in and talk about things they've got going on over at the Backyard. And you guys have played the Backyard.
Yep. We've been there many times.
Great venue. And then Bambi from over at Alan Samuel's House of Travel is going to talk about our travel club. And our travel club, if you're a Channel 10 viewer, is a lot like what Rusty used to do, but on a more party level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Zack and Jim is a little different than the Rusty travel club.
Yeah, you need a vacation from that vacation.
That's exactly
Where
right.
are y'all going this year? Italy?
This
or?
year, we're going to be doing Greece,
Okay.
the Greek islands, Croatia, and end in Venice, Italy.
Okay.
15-day, 11 ports. So get ready to go to that. Marlena, you ought to get your husband. Marlena's a newlywed.
Wow.
Over
I
here.
am.
Newlywed. Talk him into taking you on this cruise. I think that'll be great. So anyway, we got some good folks coming in next week. Oh, also something really neat. Later in the week, I got a guy named Roger Ramsey. And when I was in radio back in the early days, in the late 70s, early 80s, Roger went by the name Roger Dodger. And truly, if you think of old school, he would call you on the phone, call the music directors, program directors, and he represented MCA Records. And so picture this, I'm in Cleburne, Texas around 1980, and I'm sitting, and I don't know how it happened, but I'm looking at a 45. We're still playing records in 1980. Records, MCA record, I get a phone call. Hey, Roger Ramsey's on the phone. I answer the phone. Hey, baby, what's up? He sounded like the Wolf Man. Hey, baby, what's up? Roger Dodger here, blah, 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 blah. He said, I got a new hot stud for you now. Guy named George Strait. And I'm looking at his 45, and I go, oh, Roger, with a name like that, this guy will never make it. And, you know, his first,
George who? I don't think
his
I've ever heard of
first
that guy.
song, and I'm on, it's not good. It didn't do well. It didn't go number one. His very first one. I'll have to find out the name of it here in a little bit. But anyway, he's got some great stories. He's now retired, lives down around Houston, and he's got great stories about George Strait. He'd be on the road with them all the time. Reba McEntire, all those people that were on MCA. So make sure you tune in Thursday, and great stories with Roger Dodger. What we're gonna do one more song. You got one prepared for us?
No, but that didn't. It's never
Wouldn't
stopped us
stop
before.
you before. But we're going to do another song with Gordon and Jim, and then we're going to come back and we'll get a little update. You know, right after our show, Gordon, Pete Sousa has a great sports show that is live starting at 10 o'clock, so we'll check in with Pete. But right
He's a
now,
great
it's
guy.
Gordon Collier.
All right, here we go. What are we going to do?
Part of me.
Is that it? This is why I brought him.
Yeah. That's funny.
Sometimes late at night, I think about you still. The thought that I'd get over you, but I guess I never will. I still see your pretty smile, feel your hand in mine. I dream about your soft brown eyes and taste your lips of wine. I still smell your perfume as it lingers in the air, and catch your morning reflection of the sunlight in your hair. I still hear your voice calling out to me. One thing that I know for sure, that you'll always be, you will always be a part of me. Yes, you'll always have the heart of me. No matter where you go, no matter who you see, you will always be a part of me. I guess I'll never know. Still I wonder to this day, was it something that I said or did that made you go away? The time we had together, it all went by so fast. We never had a future, but I still have the past. You will always be a part of me. Yes, you'll always have the heart of me. No matter where you go, no matter who you see, you will always be a part of me. You will always be part of me. Yes, you'll always have the heart of me. No matter where you go, no matter who you see, you will always be a part of me. Always. Always. Always be a part of me.
Thank you very much.
Big sports fan? Yeah, you guys.
Not really. Not really. I don't mean to not add anything to the conversation, but I can take most of it.
Yeah, you're not a Cowboy fan, or
well, I would love to be a Cowboys fan but I'm a fair weather fan. I like it when they win.
Well, a guy that knows all about sports. In fact, you know Pete Sousa.
Yeah.
Pete's got a great show that comes on right after our show, and Pete's got to give us a little bit of a update of what to expect on the show today. Pete, what's up?
Zach, first of all, how was your birthday?
Oh, it was great. Dinner at DeCampley's and cocktails with Sammy Brown at Lounge 93.
Oh, that's not bad. I know. Yeah, I remember you were promoting that show. I was thinking about that last night with some of the bad weather. But yeah, today we're going to talk about really what went on last night. The college football playoff was an absolute great game. Notre Dame and Penn State came down to the wire, and then of course we're talking about tonight's game, Texas and Ohio State, and we'll also give our picks for the NFL weekend and talk about the updates on the Cowboys coaching search.
So this is the weekend that the NFL, the wild card starts, right?
Yeah, there's 3 games on Sunday, 2 on Saturday, and then 1 on Monday. And then the college football championship tonight. So I always tell guys on a weekend like this, like, just make sure you pay attention to your significant other. Stay married. Stay with that lovely girlfriend of yours. Put them first. Don't forget that.
That's right. Hey, we haven't really talked about this week. Any details, anything happening with the Baylor Bears?
College basketball, they're doing great. They're on the road. They got a big game against Arizona. I actually was on the call for their game Tuesday on ESPN when they beat Cincinnati. They're good. Baylor's really good. They're down a couple guys right now, but in typical Scott Drew fashion, they're still finding ways to win, and I think they'll be winning till late in the season.
Any big plans other than watching football this weekend, Pete?
Staying out of trouble, just doing what my girlfriend needs, and then I got a basketball game in Arizona, so I want to bide my time. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch you back right after this show on your show, and then back on Monday.
All right, Zach. Thanks for having me, man.
Bye-bye. Pete Sousa, right there. He's a good guy. He really is. And he's got this podcast, this show, and he does some work for ESPN, I think, and some of the other stations. But, it's great to be able to do what you love. We people ask me over the years about radio and, hey, do you like that? Well, heck yeah. I mean, who wouldn't like playing music and talking?
And jumping out of airplanes.
That is right. Yeah, I tell people over the years, we've jumped out of an airplane, we've rode elephants, we've rode, and one of the craziest stories, and I used to be a lot thinner. I guess we all used to be a lot thinner back in the old days. But when I worked in radio in Abilene, I was pretty skinny. I wrestled a black bear in a bar.
I've never done that.
And let me tell you what. It was all bear. This bear, all he did was he got you on the ground and then he just laid on you. I was never so tired in my life until I got finished with that black bear. But anyway, I wrestled a bear. I've milked rattlesnakes. It's just about everything.
I didn't know rattlesnakes had teats.
Well, no, not teats. They're fangs.
Oh,
the venom.
You should have been more specific on that.
Everything has teats, except rattlesnakes, I think.
Rattlesnakes don't have teeth.
That's a good one. It's like we planned that almost. Hey, you want to do another song before we head out?
Yeah.
Would you like to do that? All right. Let's do one.
What do you want to do?
What were we doing earlier?
No, that's not. Okay. We're not doing that. Okay. We're gonna do.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You ready?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't pick the whiskey, it picks me. Though it gets a little risky, running wild and being free. It's one way or the other, it's all over. You don't like me drunk, you don't deserve me sober. Now you got a lot of land in the sand, I got a drink in my hand. You say you got an ultimatum, I wanna be your man. If push comes to shove, I'm like moving a boulder. You don't like me drunk, you don't deserve me sober. Well, I know it ain't easy being with me, and it won't get no better given my history. And now you're regretting all the time you spent. Get off my ass, baby, I'll pay the rent. Don't pick the whiskey, it picks me. I know it gets a little risky, running wild and being free. It's one way or the other, baby, it's all over. You don't like me drunk, you don't deserve me sober. You don't like me drunk, you don't deserve me sober.
It turns out she don't like me drunk.
I like it. I like it. So anything big news or anything you got for us before you get out of here? Because, all 25 of my viewers this morning are wondering.
Yeah.
Anything new, exciting, anything at work?
I haven't plugged in my my news hat yet. It's too early for me.
Normal day when you don't have to get up and come in here and play music. What's your day like?
I usually hit the ground at around 8 or so and go either work out or do something in the yard. And then I just kind of, I don't know what I do. And then I end up at the TV station around 2 or 3. So
yeah. Hey, just do me a favor. Don't do that mountain bike stuff anymore.
Oh yeah.
That was a pretty bad accident you had.
I've had a couple of those. I've broken 4 or 5 bones on a mountain bike so far. Yeah, I should probably retire from mountain biking.
Yeah. As we get to
I'm not very good at it.
As you get closer to my age, checkers is a really good hobby.
I hear that's dangerous.
I know it can be.
It can be if you throw them at each other. Well, Gordon, Jim, thank y'all so much for coming in. Always one of my favorites, a good friend. Watch him tonight. What's kind of, you said you hadn't plugged in your news hat yet, but what's the big story? Still weather across the nation?
Yeah, I think the weather across the nation, wow, what a storm. And we really got lucky. Just a couple of degrees would have, Waco, Texas would look a lot different than it does this morning.
And the terrible fires in California.
Oh my gosh, is that horrible or what?
Man, they can't ever catch a break.
Aren't playing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, good luck. We'll watch you tonight on Channel 10. Guys, thanks for coming in. Gordon Collier and Jim, thank y'all so much.
Thanks for
All right, we're going to take a
me.
quick break, a very quick break, and we'll be right back.
To get me through the day, a chemical reaction that made you walk away. I still miss you when I'm slow, but I'm too high to feel. Once I sober up, it's just my stuff, and I'm all alone.
you so much.
Hey, back live, Texas Music Cafe. Big thanks to The Brew, one of our sponsors, bringing the coffee this morning. Thank you so much. Thanks to Melanie for coming by. Gordon Collier and Jim, thank you. Coming up on Monday, it's Chris Cox and Chris Lowe, two Chris's on the show. Have a great weekend. I miss you, Jim. We'll see you later.
Keep the music playing.
Visit TexasMusicCafe.com for more music, to learn more about this show, and to view the calendar of upcoming live shows online and at Texas Music Cafe.
Visit RogueMediaMusic.com for more music.
Come on down to the Texas Music Cafe. Come on down to the Texas Music Cafe.